Hey guys, this is Willie Myers, Manus Outdoors. Today we're going to be showing you a product from UCO, their candle lantern, so don't go away. Alright guys, so what I got here, just wrapped up in some extra pieces of cotton, is the UCO Candle Lantern. And this is a really cool product. This is the LED Plus version. And where I got this from was Survival Resources. And I found that they had pretty much the best price for this from shopping around. All I did was just buy the original candle lantern and then the LED upgrade package, and it still came out pretty much cheaper than anywhere else that I've seen. But we're going to go through the ins and outs of this product right now. Alright guys, so this is the candle lantern, and this just extends just like this. And there's a couple ways of lighting this candle. You can actually remove the whole candle and everything and light it that way and then put it back in the unit, or you can just simply slide the glass down and light it from there. And that just slides right back up. There you go. A little bit about the features. It has a window that you can see how much time you have left on your candle, because there's actually a spring and a base plate in here, and that's going to slowly graduate up. So you'll be able to know just about how much candle you have left. Comes with a nice hanger and a nice chain, and that's the appropriate distance to hang it from like your tarp shelter or your tent, so nothing's going to get burnt or singed. And the reason why I really like this product is it is absolutely multi-use. There's several things that's going on at the same time when you're burning this. Obviously you're getting the ambient light from the candle itself, but it's warming your shelter up. If you have an enclosed shelter that's going to hold heat, it's going to warm your shelter up several degrees. And also it helps your shelter from condensating. This will actually dry your shelter up, so you're not actually raining inside, like say a super shelter. If anybody has ever been in one of those, it's like almost raining inside. It condensates that bad. But this will help alleviate a lot of that. So just going furthermore into it, like I said, you can pull the whole item out just like this, and then to load a new candle in, it's really easy. Just take the bottom part off. I've actually burnt this candle, so it's kind of stuck in there, but you can see the base plate there, and all you do is just shove a new candle in, put the base plate on top, put the whole barrel in, and snap it shut. And then that goes back up into the unit, and there you go, you're ready to roll again. Now, what you've seen right there was a beeswax candle, and the reason why I choose beeswax candles is for actually many reasons. One, they burn a lot longer than the regular candles that come with it. I believe they're paraffin candles. I might be wrong on that. I didn't really research that very much because I don't care about them. The candles that come with it will burn for about 9 hours. The beeswax candles are going to burn for anywhere from 12 to 15 hours. And there's other reasons that I choose to burn beeswax as well, and we're going to get into that very shortly. Alright, so the lens that you see here is it really is glass, so you kind of have to keep that in mind. But they do sell replacement glasses, and they're not that hard to replace. But for what this is, for $27 is what I paid for the whole unit, plus the LEDs that we're going to be talking about here in a second. This is just a really great collapsible light source, a tent warmer, keeps your tent from condensating or your shelter from condensating. I've had these inside of super shelters, like I said, and it really cuts down on the condensation that's inside there. Plus, like I said, it'll knock the shelter up a couple degrees. Alright guys, so another really great feature about this light, that's just an add-on addition to this, and again I got both of these from Survival Resources, is it's got an LED light on the bottom of this, and that's just like a floodlight. When this thing's hanging up and you want to read something really quick or look at your map, you just throw that LED light on real quick. And we'll be showing this in the dark here in a little bit, but that's just like a little floodlight to so you can read a map or read a book. This goes for 40 hours on the flat batteries that is in here, and then carrying spare batteries for this. I mean, those batteries are teeny tiny. Get into the camera there. You can see the batteries from there. They're in there, and all you gotta do is just kick it on and kick it off. Another really cool feature about this LED light itself is that it detaches from the base. And it's in there really good. That's a good thing. That's not exactly a bad thing. I'm going to sit that down. So the LED light detaches from the base, and it still works, obviously. So you could just like throw this thing on, put it on your pack, read next to it, or whatever you're doing. It also has a little stand that pops up, so you can sit it on the floor of your shelter or something like that. So a really, really neat item that I've seen, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Alright guys, so there's beeswax candles that I picked up. And again, like I said before, I picked these up from Survival Resources because they're pretty much the lowest price that I've seen on the internet. I got these for about $9 for 3, and I've seen them as high as 15 for 3, which is absolutely ridiculous. So, you know, go ahead and run over to survivalresources.com and check out what they got. If you can't find it there, it probably doesn't exist. Either that or specialty products from the Pathfinder School. When you get your candles, they're going to come just like that. Nice packaging. Reading the back has some pretty useful information on it. And I hope you can see that. But it's 100% beeswax formula optimized for use in candle lanterns, cotton wick, non-paraffin based, producing a pleasant aroma and less smoke. Here's the important part that we're going to go over. Beeswax produces negative ions that attract pollutants. So candles actually clean the air. 12 to 15 hour burn time. Special wicks provide ideal flame, produces heat to warm tint, and reduce condensation. Okay, the special wicks that they're talking about. Those are just 100% cotton wicks. There's nothing really special about them. It's just if you know how to make candles, a lot of candle wicking has like zinc cores and things like this. It's just a pretty tightly braided number 2 cotton wick. So if you're looking into making your own candles, that's what that wick is. Alright guys, so you know, the feeling that you get when you're out in the woods, or if you're around a waterfall, or even on the beach for that matter, even after a thunderstorm or a heavy rain, you know, you feel the cleaner air. That's because there's an abundance of negative ions in the air at that time. You know, waterfalls, heavy rain, the churning of the ocean, those all produce negative ions. And what happens is anything that floats in the air, dust, pollen, mold, mildew, even bacteria and viruses and other germs, they're floating in the air because they've become positively charged by static electricity. Okay, so what happens when you burn beeswax candles is they actually produce naturally negative ions. And when those come in contact with positively charged ions, they attract and complete the molecule. Then those molecules become heavier and they sink down. But actually the really cool thing about a beeswax candle is it's also called what's called a conductor, of conductive action. And what the conductive action is, the fire. That's actually moving air around, say like in your shelter. And those completed molecules at that point are still floating in the air. They're not going to settle all at the ground. What's going to happen is they're actually going to be attracted to the flame and just burnt up and dissipated. That's not what you get in, you know, the outside environment. Most of them, when they come in contact with negative and positive ions, they just kind of settle, become dust or dirt. So in effect, burning beeswax candles actually cleans the air that you're breathing. So when you burn beeswax candles, you don't have to worry about burning a petroleum byproduct like paraffin or anything like that. Paraffin is actually a byproduct from a petroleum product. It's actually sludge that they collect off the side of a tank. You'll have to research that yourself. It's a long story. So carrying beeswax candles, they have a bunch of uses in itself, and that's the reason why I really like this system, is because there's more than just one straight-laced use for this. There's, you know, the beeswax candles, they heat your tent or shelter, they keep it from condensating, they clean your air, they're going to warm you up, keep you warm. The LED light is detachable, it holds ambient light, or it's a floodlight. It can be used as a flashlight. It's not like a million lumens, these fancy flashlights that, you know, some people have. But it has a nice light. You're going to be able to see getting in and out of your shelter or something like that if that's what you need. Alright guys, so if I don't drop it, it's all natural. It's not like you have to worry about, you know, any kind of paraffin is actually made from petroleum. Man, I'm stumbling.
Hubba bubba.
Baby. What? Oh, another frog.
Tender bundle.
Oh.
Sorry.